So a couple of things. So when I go to make a podcast, I am really thinking about my audience, like what would they want to know? And I remember for that first question, which went viral on social media, I know people were like, oh, Laura bloodied him and, whatever. But the truth is that when I wrote it, so what happened was, because I was reviewing his history, right? And I was like, wow, ever since the collapse, he's had all of these crypto ventures that have failed. And, I had even tweeted, what should I ask Kyle Davies? And everybody was universally negative. And I remember wondering, why does he keep trying to work in crypto when it's so obvious people can't stand him now? They're really, and then I thought, well, I should just ask him, you're having this experience where people clearly don't like you. Why are you still trying to work in crypto? And it was an honest question. And I know it seemed a little bit in your face, but I needed to give the context of why I'm asking this question. And it is true. He has had many failures since then, and he keeps trying all these different things. So, honestly, I know that, it's interesting to hear you call it hard hitting. I do agree. It's very direct. But in my opinion, he could have answered the questions in a very different way and the reception would have been very different. So for instance, if he had said, look, I know we screwed up big time with 3AC. We, totally, it went a little bit to our heads. Looking back, I feel like I've really matured and I wouldn't do things the same way. And, everybody's human. We all make mistakes. And I know mine was a huge one that impacted a lot of people, but I just would hope that people would be understanding, just something a little bit that showed more maturity. But, obviously that's not what happened. It was a lot of defensiveness throughout the interview. So, I wasn't intending to quote unquote take him down, but you're right. The questions were very direct. And like I said, I came up with those questions thinking, what does my audience want to know? And, how can I serve the audience? What, if they could ask him things, what would they ask him or, whatever.